Today is June 3rd. This is Lucky Smith reporting for Starboard News Magazine, and I'm here at the Improv in Irvine with
Lahna Turner.
And Lahna, I understand that you mix comedy with music. And how long have you been doing comedy for?
I've been doing comedy for like 14 years now.
And what got you into comedy? Is it...
I started writing funny songs and then sort of just fell into stand-up.
So were you a singer before, or did you ever have any type of aspiration of becoming like...
Yeah, I mean, I had played guitar since I was very young, and then like second grade young, and then
oh wow,
I've always kind of dabbled in the idea of writing songs. Never thought I could do it professionally, and then after I graduated college, I kind of thought maybe I can do this, and I started playing songs sort of in coffee shops, kind of coming out of my little shell with it, and then I wandered into it. Somebody had heard me do some funny songs, and they said, yeah, you know, you should try doing comedy. Go to the it was the Laugh Stop in Houston where I had my first open mic, and that's kind of where it all began and ended, sort of in one night.
Is this how you met Ralphie? Was through that as well, or through
yeah, I met my
tour?
husband Ralphie May. I met him when I first started comedy. Actually, my first open mic, but it was 14 years ago, so I had no idea that he was a comedian. I had no idea who he was. He was just a guy at an open mic who was otherwise just, you know, I didn't want to date a comic, and I would never have thought to date him. He was, you know, he wasn't as morbidly obese. That wasn't really my thing. So when I met him, I thought, you know, he's a sweetheart of a guy, and we'll never date, and I don't want to date a comic, so I felt really cool getting to know him. And then within 6 months, I was like, this is crazy. He's the best guy I ever met. Why wouldn't I date him? And so I started dating.
And do you have any advice for singles, like people trying to get involved or date? Because I get a lot of readers who are like, my boyfriend cheated on me, or I always, you know, that's the lifespan. It's like they don't know who to date, or I mean, 7 years and being with dating somebody for 14 years together is, most of my readers, their relationship spans are like 14 weeks.
Yeah, you know, it's hard. Like, you know, relationships ebb and flow, and people change and evolve. So keeping a relationship going, you have to really love that person. But I mean, as far as advice goes, I mean, every relationship is going to be different for everyone, but for what's worked for me is that I fell in love with the person, and I love him, and I find him adorable, and we get along, and we make each other laugh, and I think laughter is truly the heart of a relationship. I also think people get very caught up in stuff, and they lose sight of where they were when they met that person. Like, sometimes you have to take a step back and go, this is the person who I did fall in love with, and life comes up and things happen in life that changes where you are, but you still love that person, and you can still love that person. You just have to figure out what that spark is and keep it going.
And being that you're in the limelight, like, you know, just so people who we're going to meet, you know, your fans are going to read this, and people who are maybe not familiar with you, like, where can people find your comedy, because you do comedy and music, so do you have like a CD out, or?
I do. I have a CD. This is it right here. It's the title is "If These Lips Could Talk," and the cover is
you actually, wow, naked.
Yeah, I'm naked on the cover. I'm not completely naked. I'm wearing pigtails and a microphone.
And cowboy boots.
Yes, and cowboy boots. And the lips that are talking is where the microphone is covering the strategic lips. But yeah, it's placed appropriately. But that CD has 18 comedy songs on it, and I'm very proud of it. I'm actually ready to record a new one. I just have to find the time. And I have one before this that I did. It was kind of a live recorded one. It's called Dick Jokes and Other Assorted Love Songs. And you can find them on my website.
Oh, go ahead and put your website on there.
It's just my name, Lahna, but it's spelled Lahna, Turner, TURNER.com.
And how are you able to do it? You know, husband, you guys are both working, 2 kids, recording music. I mean, how's the balancing act work as far as going on tour? Because a lot of stand-up comedy is going from town to town to town.
It's challenging. I mean, we make it work as best as we can. I try not to ever leave the kids, so I always bring them with me. And I've been very fortunate. I'm in a unique position because if I am working with my husband, we get an extra room. Because, you know, he gets a nice big suite, and we can get an adjoining room because the feature usually gets a room. So that room can be provided for a nanny or someone else. It's a very unique situation. A lot of women in comedy would not be able to do what I've been able to do just on their own. And a lot of times I'm able to afford to almost break even on a gig because I'm working to just keep myself going in the business. Because if I were to have stopped doing stand-up when I had my daughter almost 5 years ago, trying to get back in it after the kids get to a place where you can be more flexible with your time.
Yeah, I'm a mom too, so I totally get that.
So then you do it. You make it
Yeah.
work. It's challenging, but it's also really fun.
It's
I have a
inspiring
lot of
though.
fun.
Like, so do you guys like purposely book your gigs together to share the same stage to go with the family?
Somewhat. I made a commitment to Ralphie when we got pregnant, and him to me, that we would try and see each other every 2 weeks. And that means if he can come home and I'm at home, then that's cool. If I have to meet him somewhere on the road, I will meet him on the road. So we look over his schedule, and I cherry pick the dates I want to do with him. And then we kind of make it work. And the dates that I do on my own, I just kind of fill in around his. It's getting a little more complicated now as the kids get older because they're starting school. But we're lucky with that too because the school is somewhat flexible with their attendance that my daughter's going to go to this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes moving forward.
And so you're recording. When do you think your third CD will be completed?
I have no idea. That's a good question. I wish I knew the answer.
Something on work in progress right now.
Yeah, I'm also busy writing a script. Ralphie and I together are doing a joint project. It's almost done. We're going to be pitching it this summer for a sitcom that we've written and created together. And,
wow! Is it kind of like what we see? Like
no, it's more of a kind of a look at our lives, not in the club, and but it's a sitcom, so it's very funny. And it's taken me 2.5 years to get this idea on paper. So it's been something that we've had a lot of time to like work on, talk about, hash out, and now we've actually gotten it on paper, and we've already taken our first meeting, and people are very excited about it. So we're hoping we can get that going and maybe have a show on the air, which would be amazing for us.
That is, I'm impressed. Your husband's on tour. You're on tour with your husband. You have like 3 CDs out, and then also your charity. Let's talk about your charity too. Like, what got you involved with the vets?
This was unique tonight. We've done a lot of work over the years with military organizations between doing USO and raising money for various charities, and then we've also done things for animals because we're very partial to animals, and anything that you can do to help an animal is just a blessing. We love our dogs, and I've always been an animal person. But as far as tonight's or this weekend's event, this was special. This particular group of people approached us a few weeks ago, and we made an arrangement to help raise money. And I'm not sure how much we've raised yet. I've got to find out. Tonight was the last night, but I think quite a few grand.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah.
And any upcoming shows? Anything
Tons.
where people can find you at? I mean, honestly, you guys got to like check her out because she's funny.
Thank you.
She is.
You can find my stuff online. I've got some clips on YouTube, and then go to my website again, LahnaTurner.com, and you'll find my dates on there. And I'm on Facebook and Twitter and all those things too. But I've got lots of dates coming up, and I've got I like to promote most of all the nights that I can headline on my own because that's where I really need the biggest push is getting people out to see me do an hour as opposed to 25 minutes in front of Ralphie. So I've got.
When's your next headline? If we can make it out, then maybe we can.
I'm doing on Tuesday in Ontario, and that's pretty soon. But I'll be doing
Ontario.
Phoenix.
Where in Ontario? Improv. Okay.
And then one of my favorite clubs that I'm going to be doing on the 13th is called Stand Up Live in Phoenix. So anyone in Phoenix, come out and support. It's a Wednesday night, so it's a hump day show. It'll be fun. And so that's something that I'm looking forward to. There's a number of dates coming up on my schedule. I'm doing 2 headline dates in Nashville coming up at the end of June. So I've always got stuff. I can see
you being big in Nashville because I was listening to country music the other day. I listen to all kinds of music, and this one guy was singing this one song about I can't even think of it because I'm not a big country person. I like country music. Something about like his wife left him, and probably most of country music. His wife left him, and his kids hate him, and he's an alcoholic. So
that's country, right?
That's country. And then, but you take like pretty music, and you kind of make fun of those things. Like you can like laugh about it. Like that's what I like about it. Like the first the Helen Keller song, like that one, I feel guilty for laughing at.
Right? A lot of people do. That's funny because I wrote that song before I actually did a gig in Kansas City a while, over a year ago roughly, and I went into one of my favorite radio shows. There's just a guy, Johnny Dare, in Kansas City in the morning, and I said to him during the break, I said, Johnny, I have a new song. I wrote it last night, but I think it's too mean to play. He said, well, what is it? And I go, it's a duet between Anne Frank and Helen Keller. He said, don't tell me anything else. And he went out of break and he goes, okay, Lahna's got a new song. And I played it on the air, and the response was so great that people came out that week and yelled for that song. And so I knew I had something, because people love it. It's been fun.
All right. So. And let me see. Oh, from this current CD now, which one's your favorite song?
Favorite song? Oh, gosh. It's hard to say. It depends on the mood. I mean, there's holiday songs, AIDS for Christmas, so you can do that. It's great to play with your family. Just, my favorite song, gosh, I'd have to say...
Because I know, like, your Suck My Dick song, like, I think my yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite song that I play now. I open with it right now because I love that song so much, but...
that one's not on this one, on the CD, right? That's going to be on the new one.
Yeah, that'll be on whenever I get around to finishing that. But, I mean, every one of these songs I worked really hard on, and I think they're all funny and stand on their own. The snoring dog in the background, and she's going to be on you're going to be on this show, honey. That's Hoochie Mama, our English bulldog. And there's the Easter song on this one. I dropped an egg on Easter. It's about being a woman on Easter.
Would you mind playing a song or singing a song?
I don't mind at all. You have to give me a second.
Okay, sorry.
Do you want to play that one that you said you liked?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right, readers. I'm going to sign off right now. We're going to allow Miss Lahna Turner to sing for us. Thank you. All right. This is Miss Lahna Turner. She is going to play for us. So this is actually my favorite song, you guys.
All right, so this song is actually from a man's perspective. It's a broken heart love song from a guy directed at his girl, and it's called This Time. Seriously. Tired of all the arguing, it seems to go nowhere. Getting to a place these days where I couldn't even care. Argue every point with me, no matter how small. So this time, if you're wrong, you can suck my dick. If you're right, you can suck my balls. Don't think I can take it, seems to go nowhere. Getting to a place these days where I couldn't even care. You could say I've hit my limit, I've had enough of it. So this time, if you're wrong, I can come in your mouth. If you're right, just on your tits. You're in my head just yapping, will not go away. I can barely even listen to the points you need to say. Before you know we're in a fight, it really is the worst. So this time, if you're wrong, you can eat my asshole. If you're right, I'll wash it first.
Thank you very much. And this is Lucky Smith signing off. You guys got to check out her show. She is going, everybody from Cali, y'all listen to us. Y'all know she's funny. Women, come on, come out on Ontario Improv this Tuesday, which is June 5th. Right? Did I get it right? Yeah, June 5th. Yay! I'm not blind right now. All right, thank you very much. This is Lucky Smith signing off.
Thanks.